All right. Hello, how are you?
I am fine. How are you?
All right. What's your name?
My name is Leslie.
Leslie. How old are you, Leslie?
43.
43. And what's your current living situation right now?
Currently, I'm in transition by being homeless.
Okay. What occurred you to be homeless?
Chasing narcissistic people.
Relationships?
Yes, ma'am.
The wrong guys?
Yes, ma'am.
You seem like you have some education background in office work.
No, my mom taught me how to talk. And
What
so
you used to do for a living as far as occupation?
Occupation. I've done many different things. I have done retail sales, office work, telemarketing. Also have done some minor labor, work for a car wash, different little things. I even got to be at Easter Bunny one time. It was pretty cool.
Okay. All right. And where's your mom, your parents right now?
My mother and my sister live in, I believe, Carrollton area, and my father is in heaven.
You're okay. Were you the only child?
I was the oldest of me and my sister.
You and your sister. And how was your childhood like? Did you and your mom have a pretty good relationship?
My mom worked. My mom worked and slept to make sure that we got to pretty much be, I see now, privileged to live in the suburbs, to be educated with a real good education. I pretty much grew up in a rich white suburbs, and then I didn't really get much time with my mom, but my mom taught me a lot within the conversations that we did have. She always worked and slept, so we had women that lived in our house sometimes, like 4 different women, 4 different times, that cooked and cleaned and did other things like that. My dad was pretty much the caretaker of the house. Like I would say, spend more time with us kids. Did the things, was I could just say, like my mom said it. She just used him because he looked good and he liked doing it.
He liked doing what?
Like he liked being part of being involved.
As a parent?
As a parent.
A stepdad?
Period. No, as being my father. My father was a very loving, caring, and taught me morals all during the day. And during the night, seemed to be like there was a demon that raped both of us and kept us silent. Come to find out that it was through generational, and that his entire family was infested with incest. And so, by the grace of God, I'm generational curse breaker, which is not really all it's cracked up to be.
So during the day, your dad would be a dad, but at night he would rape and molest you and your sister? No, never my sister, because I'd make sure that he was always welcome where he was at, so they would never go in there. So it was just you?
As far back as I remember is 3, till I was 5, it was penetration. After penetration, it started every day until I was 12, from 13 to 17 every weekend, until I decided not to visit anymore.
And did your mom know anything about this?
Yeah, I told my mom twice. The first time I told her I was 12, I saw what it did to my mom and sister, so I kept my mouth quiet for the rest of the time.
Did she feel shocked, like she...
My mom did not. My mom, I don't know what you would say, shocked. I could tell now it was shocked. My mom did not play. As soon as I said what I had to say, my mom bought and paid everything off. Put him in jail, got him out of jail. Put him in a hotel, set him apart, did everything that she was supposed to do. And pretty much as they love my dad, I could tell you she made him her BIC, for the rest of her life. He cooked, cleaned, and spent the rest of his life taking care of my mom and sister. But my mom and sister were never okay since that day, so I never really got into it with them, and I just allowed it to continue to happen. Yeah, I spent some time in Oklahoma this past year. with my ex-fiance's parents. And I say that is because with living with an African-American family and such a strong, independent black woman, she wasn't scared of fear or anger or any of those things. And so somehow I was able to express myself and my anger towards a lot of things a lot more until we could vocally get them out. Because in the past, I'd have to say within the past year or two, I've been kind of undisassociated, and go figure, it took someone to piss me off just enough to where I was mad for 5 whole minutes, and then I cried after that. And so over the past year or so, he taught me a lot about anger, and I don't like the way anger feels. And I had no idea that until being this age, I mean, just so much studying about how to get better and what to do, and just the effects that it takes and what it takes to actually, it takes 5 days a week to be in some kind of scheduled program, to always be constantly feeding myself something positive, to be around positive people, to be like picking up from the land, doing volunteer work, going to classes, doing all these things, because I could easily, within seconds, slip right into the darkness as I can into the light. And I've manipulated my own self in so many ways that I spent so much looking for the truth. And we just don't have enough information on trauma and on different mental illnesses like schizophrenia. There's a lot of people that are out here because they're not welcome anywhere else, because they talk to people that are supposedly not there. But if you ever talk to somebody or listen to somebody, or a few people out here, even if they're from different areas, some of them are talking about the same people. It makes you kind of wonder if the autistic people and the schizophrenics are actually seeing the angels and everything else, and hearing all the angels and the watchers and the other things, whatever they call them. And so these things are normal and they're accepted. And I don't know how to say it, but it's just kind of like, we may be judged by the people at the store, which means you've got to sit there and have a great smile, and you can't ever do anything wrong or look suspicious. I'd have to say I bought and paid for my front teeth because I broke my own front teeth out. And after not having a front tooth, the judgment, it's automatic.
What happened?
What happened? I could tell you more what happened when I lost my first pair of dentures. It was like, didn't even realize I didn't have them in. And everywhere I was going for the next hour, it's like anywhere I walked in, they would just automatically treat you like something was wrong with you, like you had something written on your face or just something. And so I went to my car crying, and I pulled down the visor, and I'm like, is there something on my face? And I looked, and there was my teeth missing. I left them at my friend's house on his entertainment system. I spent the next year with no teeth, waiting to save up for some more. And I have them now. They're not perfect.
They look beautiful.
They do, and that's all everybody says is how beautiful my teeth are. But they have no idea what it felt like the first day my tooth cracked. And I literally couldn't look nobody in the face for 2 weeks. I couldn't smile for a whole year. It took going through all that and to actually feel the judgment that people do on you to actually build an insecurity for me to finally understand some things that maybe God wanted me to do. And I do know one thing, is that nothing happens by mistake. And I may still be out here because I don't know where else to go or how else to. It's like you start over and over and over. There is no help out here for us. And then if you make a mistake, or if you're out here for more than 5 minutes, your wallet's stolen, your phone is stolen, all that stuff's stolen. And how are you gonna get it back? I don't know. you know, slowly but surely. And every time you do, you feel like you accomplish something. A lot of people don't understand about addictions. And
Are you on any substance abuse right now?
I smoke marijuana every single day, and I try to. And I take my psych medications. I've tried to get off marijuana many times, but obviously the psychiatrists don't even have a solution for that one. I occasionally will use other drugs or other substances because they're currency. They're ways for people to feel comfortable with you, and there's sometimes just ways for me to be calm, quiet, and I don't know. You know, I get real paranoid and real scared. That's why I don't like doing drugs. Mm-hmm. But I'm so addicted to the people. And I guess what you call that codependency. Mm-hmm. And there's a vicious cycle when it comes down to where you've already been to narcissistic or psycho or sociopaths, especially if you've been in a trauma bond or a relationship. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know what one was until about 4 years ago. I didn't realize I was with one for 20 years. And until I tried to start YouTubing my problems, come to find out that people with my symptoms attract people that don't have empathy.
That will make it even worse.
Right.
We
and they make you look
danger.
crazy. And then you really are crazy because you've done cut off anything and everything around you.
That gives you life.
Yes, everything that gives you life. And anytime you even think about that person, it starts making shaking and stuff. I still to this day have to retrain myself. I have reactions constantly. I jump at all things. And then on top of that, sometimes I don't know what to say. I'm so picky about my words. They've been twisted so many times. But more than anything is I will stand up to people when I know I'm right. Mm-hmm. And they're wrong. Mm-hmm. If I'm speaking the truth and they're speaking nothing but lies, I will call them out, even if it means death. If people try to fight me or tell me to back down, and I'm so arrogant about it because I've fought so much to say that I don't have a drug problem, but I've got a problem. Because I've been to rehab, been to Nexus like 5 times, Turtle Creek Manor 3 times. I've been homeward bound. I've been to Phoenix House. I even worked the steps, 12 steps, and carried the message before someone finally solved the problem and said, ma'am, you know what? You'll give up anything for people or to have that conversation about God or to share your life. Why? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because you're addicted to people. No. Because I was dropped off here in Dallas, Texas at 17 pretty much, or so I say.
By who?
By my mom. My mom just couldn't afford 2 households.
So she just dropped you off?
No. She just let me move out. And the only person I knew was a 25-year-old black male hitting on my 15-year-old sister. And when you're from an all-white, protected area, it's real different than living in an area like Dallas, Texas. I would have to say Dallas, Texas is a lot different than a lot of areas, but I would never change a single thing that happened to me. And the one thing I did learn about those streets was, don't nobody give away anything for free, not even information. And I had to learn the hard way. And once you learn the hard way, or once you've already been in and out of shelters or in and out of little certain things, people automatically assume that you're habitual or whatever. No, people are not aware of their resources. They're not aware of what they're capable of. Most pregnant women don't even know what they're capable of getting Medicaid or assistance with strollers or things. It's simple little things that you don't understand until after you go through it. But the person standing right next to you won't even take the time to tell you, knowing darn well you're walking right into it blind. So I feel like if I do screw up or if I am out here, I might as well take the time to give away everything I got. Because, I mean, God's on both sides, in and out of these people. And I've tried both lives. And I just wish that there was a way to, intertwine.
Have a little bit of this and have a little bit of that.
I just wish that people that are so blinded behind really what alcoholism is, behind what a drug addiction is, behind what any kind of addiction to where they're feeling like that they're having to supplement, whether it be money, whether it be from the streets, whether it be from gangs. All of these people are trying to feel accepted. And they're not accepted. They're made fun of or looked at crazy from where they're at. But we can walk around here with glasses with no lens on them, in hot pink, and sit there and talk gibberish if we wanted to. And nobody judges us. They just think we're in a good mood.
Where is your stepdad now?
I don't have a stepdad.
Or your dad?
That was my real father. I just said he was
your real
in
father.
heaven.
Where is he now?
In heaven.
Oh, he passed away. How did he pass away?
From a heart attack.
He had a heart attack. Did your mom leave you an inheritance?
It didn't quite go down that way. See, everybody's life's a little bit different. First of all, it's not an inheritance. It would have been insurance money. However, like I said, I was born into a lot of darkness, and it really wasn't that. My dad was a good man, and he had a good heart. And it was my mom that was more of the suburban gangster that had to be softened. And so while we knew how to use our 5 forks, we knew all the reasons and what to do. Look, you look pretty, put on high heel shoes and da-da-da-da. My mama never did that, and so neither did we. We were allowed to just see behind everything that the innocent didn't see. Santa Claus wasn't real because Mama made double time on that day. It wasn't until I got to Dallas, Texas, and we moved into a little apartment, and I'd seen the little lies that even our family would lie to each other over money. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. It's survival. It's dog eat dog. And I may have been very upset and almost hated my mom for making us so white and perfect. But after seeing all the hardship that everyone goes through and what I go through alone, just being beautiful and intelligent, just because of my mental illnesses and things like that, I see why she gave up everything to make sure that we had a chance. Because if you don't have that chance to look proper, to be that, there's that 30 seconds where someone takes and they judge you, and by their feelings, their emotions, and the way they talk to you makes you feel some type of way. And they never know what you're struggling with. And now that all of us are struggling, I'm starting to think, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
If you were able to tell the world something to lift them up, what would you tell them?
God is real. I don't know anything else in this world, but I know that God is real.
Jesus.
That's what I call him from my book. I believe that all of us may be a little bit wrong and a little bit right, because I can't tell somebody that when they go to worship God and when they come back and you see them filled inside and out to where they're overflowing, I don't care what they call their God, they worship the same God